takes
Hello
forever.
and welcome. Oh, dude. Hello and welcome to episode 154. 154. Can you believe we've done 154 episodes?
I cannot.
No, me either. That's like 3 years worth of episodes because we'll miss 1 or 2 a year because of conflicts like SHOT Show or whatever. This is like 3 solid years of broadcast. That's pretty good. It's the 23rd of March, 2023. And I'd like to kick off the program this week by wishing a very heartfelt happy birthday to our special guest down there, Mr. Komar. What are you 21 now?
Yes, I am. Yes,
All right, finally legal. There you go.
A couple times.
Yeah. All right. Gizzard Gary mixing it up. I don't even know what to say about the copyright on the yo. That's kind of weirding me out. Okay, we're going to move on from that. But I do want everyone to know, I mean, it's common knowledge on this program, the only appropriate greeting is 3 yos. But trademark, copyright, I'm just not sure I'm down with either of those.
We've have to pay him eventually.
We've intentionally left it as like a public domain greeting just to be nice to everyone. And I'm like, Gary, what are you doing here?
He's like, I gotta make some money somewhere.
Yeah, apparently. I forgot to light up my thing back here. Pardon me.
Oh, God. And at least he's got pants on. That's always a plus.
Plus, minus. I mean, it's all a matter of perspective, right?
Mm-hmm. Tomato, right?
Yeah. So I'd like to remind everyone, I'd like to remind us, we need to be very graphic in our descriptions because we do have various podcasts out there now, not the least of which I just signed up to push our broadcast live as a podcast on, which one is it? It's the Gear Report Firearms channel, Firearms Gear Report, whatever it is. I don't remember. But YouTube just made this podcasting thing available. We've already been going out through an RSS feed to all the big, Apple Podcast and iHeartRadio and Stitcher and what's the one that Joe Rogan's on? I'm blanking on it now. You know what I'm talking about? Like the big Spotify, that one.
Spotify.
You know why you didn't get that? Because now everyone says, what's the one Gear Report's on? And the correct answer is Spotify. Joe Rogan's old news. All right. Yeah. So we're on all those platforms. We'd like to welcome everyone who is listening in audio, and we'll try to remember to be very descriptive for that. I'm here to review this chat. All right, everyone. If you want to get a good review on the chat, you better play nice.
Yeah.
Crystal's here.
Oh, yeah.
And being nice. Hopefully we'll get all the niceness before she gets too rowdy because, it's inevitable. Apparently we're early. Yes, you were early. And we were actually on time in spite of me forgetting to copy the correct link into the calendar so that the birthday boy would have it. Appropriate greeting. That's absolutely correct. Defense Dad, you do see gun people. That is absolutely correct. Let's see. Defense Dad, yo. Been a while. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We'll keep you up to speed. It's okay. We'll welcome people back when they've been out for a while. Gary says, hey, I'm retired. Got to get that supplemental income. Yeah, I hear you.
Don't blame you.
G23 makes a very good point here. These programs tend to go better when we have more interaction from the peanut gallery, and we get a broader reach on the different platforms if people give us thumbs ups and likes and whatever. So that's nice. If you're into it, you care to.
Yeah, whatever. Thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever.
It'd be the best present that Komar gets today for his birthday.
100%.
Yeah, Gizzard Gary has not figured out how podcast works. I'm not 100% sure how it works on YouTube either, but it let me, with a click of a button, associate a playlist, which we have a playlist on the YouTube live videos. We have a playlist for This Week at Gear Report, this program. I was able to associate that with podcast, and it was like, boom, look at that. You've got 154 episodes of podcast.
Ooh.
It was like, oh, well, that was easy.
Too easy. It's a trap.
Yeah. Apparently.
They're data mining us right now.
Yo in here.
I'm not going to get a lot.
All right, the gun snob.
He likes dragging them out.
You. Damn it, yo. Okay.
Yep.
People being nice to Snob. I'd like to give a virtual over the internet high five to Gun Snob. We've been working together collaboratively on some Amazon adventures, and I
Ooh.
appreciate his help in trying to get me set up with a new program over there that I attempted to get into last year and failed miserably and gave up. And then the Gun Snob inspired me to try that again.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1,000 rounds of ammo. Thunder on the Prairie is the event that Defense Dad and several other content creators are putting on out in the prairie. They're going to do lots of gunfire. It sounds like thunder, apparently. You can go look them up. Look up Thunder on the Prairie online, and I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for there. Still working on the Amazon stuff myself. Gary, let us know. We'll talk you through it. But not on this program, because that's not what we're about here. Me and Jeff are almost billionaires from it. I'm lagging behind.
You just have to round up a little more. You'll be all right.
Yeah, I'm enthusiastic that we'll get there eventually. So
he's like, I'm a $1
well, maybe if things go well. Maybe. So, yep, big news today. No, I can't say that. That's too bad. I will show you something though. If you can see it. No, it's going to be too.
Can't see it. Everything there is black. What's going on?
Oh, here, we do it this way. Oh. Yeah. Well, it's a little thread adapter that I was sent for an Amazon Vine review. And it came with a crush washer. I was like,
ooh.
They were very cryptic in the listing on what this was for, but then it showed up with a crush washer. And I was like, maybe that's not for using a different size oil filter on my lawn tractor like I was planning. So who knows? We'll have to see what creative things I can think of to do with a thread adapter that goes from what I think it's half 28 on the inside, and I can't remember what one on the outside is. I don't know. Maybe one of you guys have an idea. But oh my, the Gun Snob's already making real money on this thing. That's inspiring. All right. So
dollars.
Dollar bills.
Mm-hmm.
Swimming in the dollar bills. All right. Oh, I'm on the wrong. Oh no. Let me put the right banners up here. There we go. In the background, I still had the banners set up for a different program, and that is not the program that we're on right now. I was trying to find the ticker, so I can put the ticker back up there because it talks about our friends at Maxim Defense, the sponsors of this program, and it also directs people to patreon.com/Gear-Report if you are so inclined and you like to do that sort of thing and support starving artists.
Yes.
And as far as you know, I'm starving. I mean, if you look at my midsection, you'd be like, you're the fattest starving person I've ever met.
Parts of you starving, I mean.
Yeah. Ouch. Yeah. So anyhow, that's back up there. For recent reviews, we have one to talk about. And let's see if I can get that up on the screen real quick here.
I'm sure you can.
Well, I have been doing a good job of staging this stuff ahead of time until this week. And then I was like, oh, I got them all up on the other screen, but I forgot to queue up the sharing. So now it took a moment. From Ryan, our newest camping writer. Oh, isn't that neat? I had not noticed that in the picture before. Does everyone see what I'm looking at here? This is one of the Hydra Pack water bottles with a second. He's got the regular lid there. It's tethered. And then he has a little short tube with a bite valve on it. So he can actually hang it off the side of his pack and drink out of it while he's hiking. That's super clever. I had not noticed that when this got edited. This is actually about Hilltop Pack's Eco Pack Roll Top Fanny Pack review. Everyone likes to hear about fanny packs, right? The way this one actually looks like he's carrying it on the front of the hip belt. It's a little orange thing down here in front of the hip belt on a backpacking backpack. And it's a really clever idea for how to keep some things like right in front of you where they're super easy to get to. And
Nice.
I think that's pretty cool. It's ultralight. So if you're into that kind of backpacking stuff, you need a place to put, he suggests chapstick or sunblock. That's pretty cool way to put some items that you want to get to quickly. Which reminds me, you know, I think I forgot to show something that came in, and I'd love to tell you who I got this from, but I don't remember. I saw it in an ultralight backpacking group. I'm going to take the screen from you guys. I apologize.
Selfish.
I know. It's a little like pyramid shaped, or I guess it's kind of fortune cookie shaped. Let me get some more light here. There we go. That makes me look evil. I kind of like that. It's a little fortune cookie shaped ultralight bag with a zipper on the front and a little tab here that you could put a carabiner through and hook it to like a hip belt or a shoulder strap on a backpacking backpack. Because when I go backpacking, I have not had an appropriate ultralight bag for little quick things, kind of like the fanny pack that we were talking about that Ryan reviewed from Hilltop Packs, the Eco Packs. So that's a different option for a little bit smaller, super light. All right. That was the only published written review, but I would like to show you some of the other things I've been working on. Only some of them aren't live yet. Okay. So if you look at the Gear Report YouTube page, all right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to move me to the bottom and put Komar in the middle so recent reviews isn't covering him up. I have not made the written review pages that go with these that will be on Gear Report. Haven't done that yet, but I published a couple of new videos here. We have a Streamlight Wedge EDC flashlight in 60 seconds. That's a quick review right there. Tells you what you need to know, shows you how it works. And it was a bit of an experiment for how to do some overhead shot stuff here in the studio using this fancy boom arm thing that clamps to the desk and holds the camera pointing straight down. And a cutting board to make it look like a fancy wooden desk. So,
ooh,
there we go. I'm tricking
all crafty up in there.
Tricking the camera into thinking that we're all bougie up in here.
Pro.
It's just a little cutting
pro.
board. Yeah. That's what I'm going for. Good lighting. I've got a good mic on this and a good camera angle straight down. And again, Snobby inspired me with some of the recent things he's been doing for this Amazon program that we're working on. And that's where I was going with that. Is he was doing some overhead stuff and I watched it and was like, man, that looks good. So I had to figure out how to do it myself. So I got one for that Streamlight Wedge flashlight and one for the Kershaw launch, which I shot the video and then realized automatic knives, where you push the button and it whips out really quick. Apparently they don't sell those on Amazon or eBay, because I went to go get the link for it and was like, oh, there's no link. I guess they don't sell the automatic. We would call them switchblades when I was a kid. They call them automatic knives now.
Or spring assist.
Right. Oh, it's man. It almost jumps out of your hand. It is so assisted.
The little feller.
Yeah. Yes. And let's see, we'll have in a day or two another Streamlight Macro Stream USB, I think it's called, another EDC flashlight, a little different format flashlight, rechargeable. That video will drop. I did 2 of them today and kept one for tomorrow. So those are coming. And I don't think I've done much anything with shorts. Yeah, we had a Streamlight bear trap up there recently. And then just some silly stuff, because I do a lot of silly stuff up there. On the Camping Gear Report channel, I spent a few days, I guess it was late last week and early this week. I spent a few days scheduling these little shorts videos. Most of them are shorts videos. A few are actual, they're longer than a minute, just barely. So they posted as regular videos. But these are all for the Philmont Scout Ranch content that I do a lot with in association with the Boy Scouts of America. These are all videos that I shot while on the trail out doing 12-day backpacking trek in the mountains of New Mexico. Most of these last summer, some from the summer before that. And they're all helpful tips for the trail, different things about what it's like to be out on a trek. I think I scheduled like 33 days worth of daily video drops. So if that stuff's remotely interesting to you, pop over and watch them and give them a thumbs up and share them with anyone you know who may have an interest in that kind of thing, because it's really unusual content. And what I mean by that is I don't know much of anyone I know other people who are posting film up content, but no one who's doing like from the trail type stuff like that. Swimming Gear Report. I think last week we talked about the custom swimming goggles, where I went and toured the factory where they customized those, and that video's up there. And I've got a few shorts from the pool that I was at for 4 days over the weekend at a big swim meet. So you can go check those out if that is interesting to you. There's more swimming gear stuff coming there. And also, in association with this Amazon program that I'm making videos for, I did a whole bunch of guitar stuff. So there's probably another week's worth of daily drops for new guitar videos that are going to go up there. And this is all like, I made the videos for this Amazon program, said, suckers, I'm going to go post it on YouTube as well. So you can get a preview of them here, or you can wait and go watch them when they get posted on Amazon, hopefully the next week or two. So that is all of the stuff. I apologize. You guys hadn't had much time to talk because I wanted to power through all of this as quickly as I could.
Attaboy.
And then we can get into the fun discussion, right?
Yeah.
So
we have a fun discussion.
So for the guitar stuff, we've got there are a couple neat ones up there already, and there's probably at this point 4 or 5 days left of new guitar stuff each day that's going to be on the Guitar Gear Report channel. So please go check all of those out. It would make me very happy. And when I'm happy, TJ's happy.
Yeah.
Or something
that's the way
like
it works.
that. I don't know. I just made that up.
Keep telling people that.
Yeah.
I'm happy all the time.
Yeah.
As long as there's booze.
Well, yes, I've seen that. So, Mr. Komar, was that quick pass through all of the Gear Report video channels the highlight of your birthday so far?
Absolutely so far.
I am so sorry to hear that, man. I was hoping you had something better happen to you today. We're gonna try to make it better though. Better than that. So that's what we have there now. And TJ, what do you think you will publish next?
Next, what do I get next? Probably the Streamlight, the TLR8 sub. That one's close. I've got the. That's a tough call. I've got a lot of gun guys. The Condor double rifle case.
Yeah.
I've
got some Condor stuff I need to get posted as well.
I've got the. I haven't published the Lynx Defense one yet, have I?
I don't think so.
So then that one. Yep.
Cool.
Yeah,
and then maybe... of course.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, bud.
I was going to say, of course, we're going to have some content from the gathering event that we're driving to. TJ is going to be driving kind of overnight. I'm going to get up super early in the morning and go, and we'll be down in South Carolina for that for Friday and Saturday
during the podcast.
Yeah, and it's going to be a little quicker show so that we can get to bed. So I'm not done packing. I just started packing. Show started at 9. At about 8:20, I was like, I should probably pack.
I signed on like Jeff was the screen window Jeff, and I was like, I wonder what he's doing. And then like 10 minutes before the show, like, oh hey, what's up? Oh, awesome.
Yeah. Yep. And then I went out and put tents in the car because like, if we get there and TJ doesn't have a place to sleep, I'm gonna feel terrible. So I went and got tents and put them out there. Yep. Yeah, I got everything sorted for that. So I'm excited. This is a fun event that we go to. It'll be interesting because it's a mix of the civilians, the non-industry people and industry people. So it's always interesting when they call something a media event, but then they let the public in, because the public and the media our goals aren't the same.
Yeah.
When we go to an event, so as much as I love being around real people, not just, pretentious media types, we do kind of step on each other, I think, in terms of what we're trying to accomplish there.
Sometimes.
So yeah, if anyone sees us there, understand that we appreciate you, just not when we're filming.
Right. Yeah, we got business to do. If I'm there with a tripod and I've got my arms out, don't come near me. I'll shoulder check you. That's the way it works. I got to run interference for Jeff.
Gary says, wow, I just realized I wasn't on the main channel. Well, that's good. Hopefully, like, what we want is for you to be on the Gear Report Firearms channel, because we haven't monetized that one yet. We really need the watch time, the views, the hours, the subs. We really need subs on that one. So if you are watching on the main Gear Report channel or on Facebook or whatever, and you don't mind, if you have a second to go look up the Gear Report Firearms channel, pull it up there, watch it there, like it there, sub while you're there, leave some comments, interact.
Sure.
I'm asking
since
too
you're
much.
there.
Never mind.
Since you're there.
Never
I mean, that's
mind.
a lot. You are being pretty pushy today.
That was way too much. I apologize.
You stepped over, over the edge on that one.
I feel like Crystal gave us some yo-yo-yos earlier, and this is more yo-yo-yos.
Where are you at on the chats?
Which raises a question or two. Am I too
chat,
far
right?
up here?
Is that a yo minus yo-yo?
Maybe that's what it was.
That might have been one yo, actually.
All right, I'm going to come down here.
One away, add another one.
I didn't want to call her out on that specifically, but you might be right.
I'll do it.
Okay. Good job.
Hey, I'm not here to judge, but I'll do it while I'm here. Right.
Right. So Hancho Fett, who we hadn't seen here in a while, thanks for stopping by. Says, but wait, there's more. And I got props. I do have props sometimes. I'll try to do some fancy stuff every now and then. But then usually I'm like, wow, that was way too much work. I'm not doing that again. No O-Light, man. So I actually have an O-Light light sitting here that I'm going to do a video on. And oh my goodness, and an O-Light light here that I'm going to do a video on. I think there may even be a third one up here somewhere. I don't know.
O-Light everywhere. It's an O-Light Christmas.
My desk is like everything else in my life. It is a chaotic train wreck. So I'm not even sure where everything is here. So let's see. Amazon won't sell. Defense Dad says Amazon won't sell knives that aren't 50 state legal. And by implication, I guess that the automatic knife where you push the button and it swings open, I guess that's illegal someplace.
Probably in California.
I know there's issues. Historically, there have been issues with them in Virginia, with the exception being first responders.
Interesting.
Or people who have one arm. If you have one arm or a first responder, then they're legit.
It's very specific. You have one arm?
So hey, if I ever get
whatever you need.
If you're committed and you really want one in Virginia, and you're willing to give up an arm.
Like,
oh my goodness.
Like this one. Like,
That's interesting. Yeah. So I will keep it in mind. And if I'm ever, if I ever happen to have one on me and someone tries to give me trouble, like, I found it. Must have belonged to the one-armed man. It was the one-armed man. Yeah.
I pushed him down.
Crystal randomly said Benchmade. I'm not sure why, but that
they were talking about knives. She has a Benchmade in her purse.
Oh, ask me what I think of Benchmade. No, Benchmade really sold out the gun community. What was it, about a year and a half ago that they took a contract to destroy guns for a local law enforcement agency? That's like, whoa, wait a second, pump the brakes here, people.
I won it at a raffle at Frog Bones. That's the only reason I have it.
Yeah, but generally, I am of the opinion that good freedom-loving companies, when asked, hey, we don't have the resources to destroy this batch of guns that we took from people, the correct answer is screw you.
Yeah. F off.
Yeah. And I did censor that because I got a note about some new language guidelines on YouTube. And of course, I didn't read them. So now I don't know what I can say and what I can't say. But I assume that's in the list of stuff I'm not
We're usually
supposed
pretty clean on here. Every once in a while, somebody will drop something. Usually me. I know I'll get banned everywhere.
Hey, I get fired up over political stuff.
Oh, I know.
I get fired up political stuff, and who knows what I'm going to say. So, yeah. All right. So, trying to load something on the other page here in anticipation of another question. I think I'm coming. All right. What is this here? What's a good beginner accounting guitar? Maybe he's saying acoustic guitar. In addition to flute, piano, saxophone, ukulele, and choir, my daughter now wants to learn guitar. So generally, I tend to recommend if someone wants to learn guitar, start with electric because the strings are easier to push. They tear your hands up less, especially if you have smaller hands. It can be a little bit easier. And I'm going to drop a link here in the comments for an article where you can read all about some of my recommendations. And I'll throw it on the screen because why the hell not, right? Just beginner guitars for any budget. And I've got a number of suggestions on here. And I'm telling you, we're living in the golden age of cheap guitars right now. And you know what? I'm even going to tell you one other thing. I have one acoustic guitar, and I thought I was going to buy it, review it, get rid of it like almost immediately because I don't like acoustic. This thing sounds and plays so good that I have not been able to even think about selling it. And I got it from a website called guitarsgarden.com. And it's rolling the dice to order one from them, but they have been out of acoustic guitars for about a year. They just posted some yesterday. The model that I have was already sold out when I looked this morning, but I think maybe one of their other models is there. And if you go to that website, they're having website problems. You won't see them listed. You have to go to their collections. Go to collections on guitarsgarden.com. Look for the acoustics. And those are way better than they should be for the price. Like a $240 guitar plays like a $800 guitar. So,
ooh, bargain.
Or you can go to the Best Beginner Guitars article and find some stuff there because there's a lot of cool options. We're in the golden age of cheap guitars right now. You get so many good ones right now. Yeah. TJ doesn't camp. Au contraire. TJ doesn't camp with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he cares too much about you to subject you to that. All right. Gun Snob is eating us up. That's good to know. I can't keep up with the comments here. I'm doing what I can.
I know.
What is that? Gizzard Gary says you can have auto knives in California as long as the blade's under 2 inches. And the one that I'm talking about was 1.9 inches. So actually legal in California. That's crazy.
That is wild.
Wow. So do O-Lights have problems with like the batteries exploding or something? Because Gun Snob says he keeps his O-Lights away from dwelling.
Who knows? There's all kinds of electronic devices. You never know if they have the battery problems, like those little hover boards that kids were doing, and they were catching on fire and stuff. And all depends on, I guess, the batteries. There's always issues.
Yeah. Gary, I hate to tell you you're wrong, but I have to. You say that's BS. Those guns were court ordered to be destroyed. It wouldn't have mattered who did it. It matters in principle. If you just go along with something, just because the government tells you to do something, if it's wrong, you have an obligation as an American to say, suck it. Ooh. I'm not doing that. It's wrong. And if you go along with it, just because the government said to do it doesn't mean it's right. If you go along with it, you're still wrong. Even if they said to do it, even if they said you had to do it. If it's wrong whether they told you to do it or not. Wrong is wrong. All right. Any questions? No. Okay, good. Olight batteries have a notable failure rate. Okay, good to know.
Yep.
What? And an Olight exploded because it had 2 batteries in it, and one was put in backwards. That doesn't sound like an Olight problem, maybe as much.
Yeah, it's a user problem.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I mean, I don't think it should explode.
Okay, I'd like to make a note.
That's neat to know. What model and make is that? Just for future reference. Just checking.
Yeah, could be important.
Just
But I'd like to call something out here. Agree to disagree is a cop-out for when you can't come up with a solid argument to support your position. Just saying, Gizzard Gary. Okay, defense dad.
We have stupid knife bolts here. Yeah. I was just getting ready to click on that one.
You can open carry a sword, but you can't carry a knife with longer than a 3.5-inch blade. So here's the deal. I remember being like a young Boy Scout, and I got my totem chip, the little card that lets you carry a knife, and I was so excited, and I was so concerned about what the rules and laws were about that. I literally haven't given serious thought to a knife law in decades because it's absurd. I'm like, it's a freaking tool. You're going to tell me I can't carry a hammer now?
Maybe. I mean,
yeah, they probably would. I don't need to give them ideas, but yeah, tools are tools, and until they're used as a weapon, and then regulate it as as you would for whatever crime is committed with it when it's used as a weapon. But otherwise, it's a tool. That is.
If you're gonna commit a crime with it, most of the time rules don't matter anyways.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So It's all hypocrisy. Maybe I should have been drinking tonight because I feel like this discussion would be much more lively if I were. And I'd be much more likely to do something that got the stream taken down or penalized or something as well.
You take the good
we
with the
can't.
bad,
I mean,
right?
Yeah. I mean, I can't because I got to leave in a couple hours. So.
Right.
I'm thinking 2:00 is my takeoff time.
I think I need to be rolling by 5:30.
It says
get there at about 9.
7.5 hours for me.
Wow. Yeah. So you got to
so
be rolling.
if I bail then I miss Jacksonville during rush hour, and then I miss Columbia. Well, I'll probably hit the end of Columbia. But then I'm good. Because then it's just boonies from there out.
Nice. All right. So if you're going to be out on I-95 in the morning, try to keep it clear, keep the traffic moving. TJ's coming.
Yeah, stay out of my way. Stay out of my way? The little yellow Fiat with the cigar smoke coming out of
it. This is interesting. Defense Dad says it's also legal to hunt from a 4-wheeler, but illegal to hunt from a snowmobile, which, I've wondered. We have a rule in North Carolina that you can't hunt from a vehicle. And I've been told that the idea is they don't want people, like you're driving and you see a deer and you roll the window down and you shoot at it, because you probably don't know what's behind the deer. They want you to understand the environment that you're shooting in so you can be responsible for where your bullet goes. But then I've wondered, the place I was hunting a couple years ago, there was a perfect spot up at the top of a hill overlooking the whole hunting area. And I thought, man, this would be the perfect place to just pull the Humvee in and park, put the tailgate down, and then lay in the back, in the bed, and use it as like a little bit of a raised platform. Because if I'm on the ground, I can't see quite over the crest of the hill, but you get me
look into that
3 feet up and I'd be okay. But would they be like, well, no, you're hunting from a vehicle and you're not allowed to do that?
I think the rules you cannot, and again, laws are all different all over the place, but I think generally it has to do, you can't hunt from a vehicle on a public road.
Right, or X amount of feet from the road.
Sure, feet from the road. Right.
Yeah,
but I
I'll
think
have to look at how that's
your
written.
vehicle somewhere appropriate,
save you a lot of walking.
Yeah.
Save you a lot of walking, Jeff. Just drive the Humvee up there, like I'm good.
Oh yeah. And you know, back when I was hunting there, I was driving in and out of there a lot because that's where I was going to test guns. So I was doing a lot of shooting there. There's an interesting one. You can hunt from a vehicle, but you can't use a floodlight. Here you go. Because they don't want you to properly identify your targets. Okay. I'm sure that was taken out of context.
That was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna
probably
be
not after dark when they don't want you. Yeah. So anyhow, yeah. All right, where were we? We've done recent reviews. We've done
up and coming
reviews that will be published soon. We talked a little bit about. We're going to have some content from the gathering from that event. TJ talked about stuff he's got coming. I am going to be pushing a whole lot more video for the next few weeks, probably to seed that video program on Amazon. And with that, I think we're officially. I think we're in TJ's happy hour now.
It's always TJ's happy hour.
I know, but
I can't be super happy right now because are we all? I mean, you know, what are you looking for? He's confused.
Yeah, the aforementioned train wreck of a office that I have here. All right. Since we're in TJ's happy hour, that reminded me. What's the other thing that makes TJ happy? Guitar-mageddon.
I'm so excited.
For this week, I don't have any new guitars, but I have a new chord and scale chart for bass guitar. And I have no new guitars this week. I have nothing new to talk about there except this that I haven't shown you guys yet. So there you go. And really, I just brought it up because
I love it so much. It makes me so happy.
I'd feel bad if I didn't find some reason to talk about guitars.
That made my day. I'm so excited.
Yeah. And I also don't want to forget Boo ATF. I'd like everyone to know that although it's not on the screen every time or all the time, it is in our hearts all the time.
Yeah.
So in my heart, at least. I don't want to speak for anyone else. I'm sure you guys have dogs that you care about, so I'll be careful what I attribute to you guys.
That's a tough call. You've seen my dogs.
Yeah, that's a good point. That one's okay.
Yeah.
During my scheduling my inspection for my FFL, poor move on my part, but during the setting up the schedule for them to come out for the interview, I did comment that I don't have a dog, but my neighbor does. Is that good enough? And they didn't think that was funny at all. I did. You did. But they did. It's weird.
And they gotta learn to just go with the punches.
Really,
listen.
That is a great way to kind of grease the skids there.
Yeah,
and
I volunteered my neighbor's dog as tribute.
Nice. Okay. We have a comment. Slap at the base, which I didn't actually get at first. You know, I posted something about getting a bass guitar a month or 3 ago, and I got like 4 comments about slap the bass, and I was like, is this supposed to mean something? But apparently there's a big YouTube guy that does lots of stuff.
There's a lot of regular bass players that slap the bass.
Right, but apparently it's like a catchphrase, and everyone says that kind of stuff. So yeah, I don't know.
I say slap that and then something else, but it's fine.
Right. What do you say, Ghost Tactical?
I I'm walking into something that I don't even know what we're talking about, but I think it could go really badly.
You're fine. It's Jeff's
Slap
show. Who
the
cares?
chicken, choke the chicken, slap the base. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I don't even know anymore. I never know where this show's going. So that should be pretty clear to everyone by now. Defense Dad says it's from a cheesy Paul Rudd movie, actually. Okay. Which maybe that's what got this YouTube guy that I saw who said his catchphrase is like not slap at the base, but slap the base. So maybe I think they're distinctly different comments is what I'm seeing.
I will say that Paul Rudd plays a mean air keyboard. Just saying.
There you go.
Was he inspiration for one of the members of Air Supply?
Absolutely. If you ever get a chance to see the 40-year-old virgin, he plays a mean air keyboard like in the store. It's pretty hilarious.
Are you actively recruiting him for Air Supply?
Yeah.
I've sent a request to his people, and they have.
Okay.
I'm amazingly not gotten back to me. I don't know why. I mean,
crazy, dude.
Who would want the opportunity to be an air supply?
I know.
Oh, Defense Dad says the movie is I Love You, Man. So I don't know that I saw that one. May have to cue that up and watch it sometime. I watched something.
You get a 4-hour trip.
I watched something last night. It's called Thorpe, about an alien that spent his childhood among humans and looked human and had a best friend, and then something happened and his family left Earth and he snuck back in search of his best friend. And his parents, when he reached out to them, said, "What do you mean you're back on Earth? We had to leave there because they found out we were probing and testing and experimenting on them." And it was like, wait, what? It was one of the worst movies I've ever seen. So we don't typically do movie reviews. Yeah, really. We don't typically do.
My goodness.
We don't typically do movie reviews here, but that I'm going to put it out there. It was not as bad as Sandra Bullock's classic 2 If by Sea, which is potentially the worst movie ever made.
I'm going to throw Spice Girls movie is up there. Literally the only movie I've ever walked out on. Literally, I walked out. Yeah, bad.
Okay, good to know.
They made a movie?
Back in the 90s, man. Yeah.
Apparently, yeah.
They were showing it like on base theaters, so like we get in there for like $1. So we came in. Yeah. 20 minutes later, I was like, I'm out.
You're like, give me my money back.
I was like, no, you can keep $1.
I love a good crappy B grade movie. Like just horrible movies sometimes. See the zippers in the outfit, see the strings holding stuff up. I mean, the awesome, fantastic acting. I love it. Like, such stupid stuff like Bubba the Redneck Werewolf. I mean, ridiculous stuff I watch. Dude, it's Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is another fantastic one.
Huh.
One of the most frustrating things I ever watched was yesterday. There is a new 3-episode series on Waco on Netflix called American Apocalypse. It was 100% produced and created in the federal government. It is the worst.
I'm sure.
It is the worst propaganda hatch job I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, wow. So they can go two ways. Either the government made it, or if people who actually said what happened made it, they wouldn't be on TV anyway. So they knew.
I mean, it's bad. It's bad. Very, very bad. I suggest not to watch it if you get high blood pressure at all. Just saying.
Good to know. Good to know. Definitely.
I don't know if I do or don't.
Okay, so here's one. Speaking of stupid
I'm gonna
movies,
watch it.
I kind of want to see Cocaine Bear. So I stumbled across a copy of Cocaine Bear that appeared to be filmed in a theater. Like, I got about 2 minutes into it, and I was like, I don't think this is legit. And I went in and shut it down because I mean, frankly, I probably would have watched it anyway, but the quality wasn't there. I was like, I'm gonna wait till I get a legit, version to watch.
Yeah.
But
Like
it
how many
started
viruses
out,
I'm
and I
getting
was
right
like,
now.
this has potential.
I'm waiting
Yeah.
for the sequel called Meth Gator. I'm waiting for it.
Listen, they made. I'm
Right.
just throwing out. They made 6 Sharknadoes or 5 Sharknadoes. So
I was gonna say
And they
made
all made
Sharknado.
money. And they all made money, bro.
fantastic, dude. You have to watch.
Right.
I have to. I watched all the first one. I was like, I gotta know.
Yeah, I gotta feel like Cocaine Bear is Sharknado. Like it's gotta be.
That's fantastic. That's gonna be fantastic. I love
I'm
it.
gonna watch it. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm going to 100%.
Let me ask
watched
you
it.
this:
I haven't
'cause
watched
you
it
live,
either.
you live in Florida, TJ. Should I be scared of Meth Gator? Because it doesn't have any teeth, so you can't be too scared, could you?
Oh no, Meth Gator has teeth.
Oh, it does. Okay.
No.
Well, yeah, because it's just a gator that ate somebody who was all hopped up on meth, and then
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. Right.
contact meth high,
I kind of
and he
feel
goes on a
bad for the
rampage.
gator.
And I know, poor gator.
Yeah.
Then he loses his teeth afterwards. Once he gets hooked, and he starts,
Yeah, the first one's free. Tell your friends, right?
yeah, hanging out around the cook lab out in the swamp out there in Okeechobee. Start eating guys. He's all hooked. Next thing you know, they're all gone. That's a great movie. See, Netflix. You heard it here first.
Speaking of great movies, my son he had an assignment for a film studies class to look into montages in movies. And I said, dude, I know a movie that starts with a series of montages, and it happens to be one of the greatest movies about the making of a movie. Any guesses? A movie about the making of a movie. And it was glorious.
It sounds like it's got to be something with Mel Brooks. I mean, it sounds like something Mel Brooks would do.
You're on the right track. Tropic
Since you
Thunder.
said glorious, I'm going to say Inglorious Bastards.
No, it is Tropic Thunder.
Tropic
Thunder. Yeah, that's a classic. Yeah,
it is. And so
Ben Stiller could not make that movie right now if he tried. No way.
I mean, he could. You just never see it.
Yeah.
You have to run around, hand out DVDs to everybody.
Yeah. But I thought it was an amazing movie. And anyhow, we get into it and he's like, seriously, this is real. Like, well, I didn't make it up, We got it off of maybe it was on Amazon. I don't remember. Ice Pirates. I remember seeing Ice Pirates, but I can't remember what it's about. But I remember as a kid watching
Ice
it.
Pirates.
I don't know if I ever saw.
Sounds like something you'd watch on Pornhub or something.
It's an old
Ed Wood does
sci-fi
sound
movie.
like that, but I don't know what that one is.
Ed Wood. It does sound like it on Pornhub. Yeah,
that one should be.
Yeah. All right. So let's set my signal meter up there. So if I start roboting, then y'all have to take over.
You wrote about it just a hair, but you're good now.
It looks like. Yep. All right. So let's see. We don't want to go too terribly long. I do want to know if you happen to you were working on your spray booth to throw some coats of paint on that rifle you're building, TJ. I'm assuming that you were too busy because you're going to have to take, Friday and Saturday off.
Yeah,
and
I was nonstop work. Well, the booth is almost there, but I was trying to get everything done by the time I had to leave, and I was like, nope, not gonna have time this week.
Yeah, all right, because I'm dying to hear how that goes.
I'm dying to do it to see how it works.
Yeah,
I'll be coating everything. Like, all right, take that gun apart. Why? I hate it. We're gonna coat that thing up.
You should.
Yeah.
So let's see. Ice Pirates is from the 80s. Space Pirates and Ice is like gold. Huh. And that sounds like the beginning.
I think I watched it once, and that was the... Oh, I watched it once, and I think that was it ever.
Yeah. But that same theory of ice being like really valuable for people in space was the beginning of the series The Expanse. So there were ships out there, mining ice asteroids because there was not enough water out in the areas that humanity had expanded to.
The more you know. There you go.
All right. So I have you actually looked to see what brands are going to be at the gathering?
No.
Because I literally
I'm just showing up, buddy.
Haven't looked at anything. I've been
PSA is
so
gonna be
busy
there.
with other stuff. Well, we know PSA will be there, and we know that GSL will be there. Kevin is probably there now
I know.
with his RV.
Ron over at Riker is going to actually have a shooting lane the whole time, so he'll have a big.
Okay. Good. So we know a couple brands that are going to be there. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes if we have a productive trip.
Black Rock Branding is going to be there. They're the ones who did our new shirts and stuff.
Cool.
I said, hopefully they're doing new hats. I said, I really want a new hat.
Huh.
New hat.
Hey, I hear you. That's between you and them. I don't get involved in artistic stuff because I lack the competence to make good decisions when it comes to artistic things. Autistic things, I have a better.
You're fantastic at that, buddy.
Yeah,
you got that covered.
Speaking of which, we need to throw a big. We ought to throw a big warning out there to anyone who's going to be at this event, especially if they're bringing guns to have on display. It looks like Toby is going to be there, so be prepared for your disassemble. Parts going everywhere. And he had the nerve to get offended when I said, you are welcome to disassemble anything that you want as long as you're not wearing a Gear Report shirt. If you plan on taking anything apart, you cannot wear a Gear Report shirt to this event.
That's a fair request. Like, legitimately, it's a fair request.
What do you think the first thing he's going to do is?
Lose about 5 springs. Right. These companies are going to have to start bringing new springs and all sorts of stuff just in case,
Yep.
Good times. I'm not wrangling him this time. I'm just going to do my thing.
I'm not wrangling him either. It'll just be one of those. He can do what he wants, and then I tried to.
Jeff dubbed me in charge of that last time, and he's just too you turn your back for a second. And off to the next booth. I'm like, damn it.
I think these companies should bring Toby guns. They're guns that they will not let anyone else shoot. They just bring them specifically for Toby to disassemble, not caring what happens to them.
Yeah.
And leave like a part out just in case.
Absolutely.
How's this going to work?
Yep.
Maybe we shouldn't take it apart.
The smart ones will have done that this year. They'll have learned from last year, and they'll see
it worked before. Now it doesn't work. What'd you do to it?
Or they'll have security that blocks him from entering the booth. One of the two.
Right. Yeah, that'll be interesting. So I want to show something to everyone. I got an email, I think it was just the beginning of the week, about X-Tech Tactical had some new stuff coming out. They knew that we had done a review on the P365. That's a magazine extension, and it happens to be the gun that I carry most of the time. So I was like, sure, you can send that. I'll take a look at them. And then a package showed up today, and I was surprised because I was looking through their catalog, and he said, if there's anything else you want, let me know. And I was like, no, that'll be good. Just send the mag extensions. And then I opened it up, and there are 2 AK mags in there. And I had been thinking right after I sent the note, said, no, don't send anything. That'll be fine. I was like, I kind of wish I'd have said I could use some more AK mags. So maybe my telepathy is working again, but they got the smooth-sided one and then the waffle-looking one. And they feel pretty stout, and they've got they're polymer, but they have a little metal mag catch on the back. So I haven't opened them yet. I figured I'd just show you guys here. And my AK is not working right. So it's still, it lives out at Quarter Horse Arms in the safe because it's a post sample, but it only fires semi-automatic right now. And I'm kind of angry about that. So it's been banished to the safe.
It's in trouble. It's in timeout, so it fixes itself.
Well, until I can find someone to fix it, because that's above what I can handle. I don't know how full auto AKs are supposed to work. But here are from X-Tech Tactical, the 3MTX plus 3MTX. It's a extension that goes on. It's got their own proprietary spring and extension. It goes on the bottom of the magazine for the SIG P365 to raise the capacity by +3. So I'm kind of excited by those. I thought I'd share them with everyone. And I thought there was a patch in here. Oh, there it is. Look at that.
Oh, you get a patch.
Yes. I'm going to have to sling that at the patch wall over here at some point and see where it lands, see where it sticks. Actually, I'm going to do that right now.
Oh, geez.
Although you're going to have to trust me on it, because
I don't believe you.
This will work better if I pull the back.
You got to take that off
before I do it. All right. Now I'm actually curious if I can make it stick up there. Oh, first try. It is not straight. It is absolutely crooked, but it's stuck. So I'm excited.
Okay. We believe you.
I know. Why wouldn't you?
I don't know.
All right. If anyone has any additional comments, questions, missives, birthday wishes for our friend, Mr. Komar, now is your opportunity to put them in the comments, because it is last call. We are going to shut her down. We're going to keep it. We may even come in under an hour. This hasn't happened in quite some time.
Yeah, so I got to go to sleep.
But we got to get TJ to bed so that he will be rested enough to drive to South Carolina in the morning, in the wee hours of the morning.
Yeah. Like I said, I think I leave it to.
Thanks for joining us.
Close.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. It's been a while. Apologize for that.
That's all right. We appreciate you being here. Komar shows up a little bit more frequently, but we always appreciate when you're here as well, and taking some time out of your special day to be here. So we do appreciate that. TJ, please be careful. I'm going to try to be careful too. I will see you tomorrow morning at the Clinton House Plantation outside of Clinton, South Carolina, where we're going to go shoot stuff and then hang out and drink with people and then get up and shoot stuff and then drive home.
In theory, you're going to, but we'll see.
Which part's in theory?
The getting up the next day and shooting.
Waking up and shooting more. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. I was actually thinking about just hanging out with people and not drinking at all.
There you go.
We'll see what happens.
There you go. That's your safest bet with me around. I'm just throwing it out there.
That's a very good point. Yeah.
EJ just wants you not to drink so he has more to drink.
No, I came prepared. I've got a fifth of Woodford. I've got a 12-pack of mango. I'll pick up some more.
So what are you gonna do for like after 10 o'clock tomorrow night?
I'll grab something on the way up.
Okay, all right, that's fair.
This was just what I had. Just extras I had lying around. I had an extra fifth of Woodford. I got another fifth in the safe, but that's my safe bourbon. So
keeps
the gun company.
I got you. Okay. Well, do you keep tobacco in there as well?
No,
because your safe is sounding like
they're only allowed. The guns are only allowed one bad habit,
ATF.
and it's bourbon.
Gotcha. Okay. Thanks, everyone. We will be back next week at 9 p.m. on the East Coast on Thursday evening for This Week at Gear Report. That will be episode 155.
Ooh.
Is rather amazing to me. But we'll be back then. Until then, please be safe. We're going to do our best to, I was going to say stay out of trouble. That sounds boring. We're going to do our best to have fun. Oh, my goodness. That was scary. You're jumping the gun. We hadn't said it yet. but we're going to. So anyhow, we'll be back then. Until then,